I wanted to talk about the 99% of abortions. People always want to bring up the 1 to 2% rare cases, and they don't want to discuss why 99% happen. I think we need to go there. How many women have had abortions because they slept with somebody they had no business sleeping with? That they chose to have a sexual relationship with somebody that wasn't worthy and wasn't father material? How many abortions, how many dead babies because women have made bad choices in judging the partners they pick? And also men. How many men have picked the wrong partner and decided that they didn't want to parent with that person and they encouraged them to kill that baby? Let's talk about those. See, the choices should be made when you pick a partner that you're going to be sexually involved with. That's when you should be pro-choice. Choose a good partner. We know what comes from having sex. We know that babies are made. So we need to choose better when we're choosing a partner that we're going to have sexual relationship with. See, abortion, for the most part, is just one sin to cover another sin, and sometimes many sins. There's abortions because people sleep with somebody else's partner, and they become pregnant, and they want to keep their secret hidden. Or they're sleeping with somebody outside of marriage, and they want to keep that secret hidden. So they choose to murder. On top of that, sexual sin. How does that even begin to make things right? It's just one sin to cover another sin, to cover more sin. People will say that people like me will bring shame to people or make them feel ashamed. You're not feeling ashamed because I'm talking about it. You're feeling ashamed because it is a shameful thing in your conscience that sits in there and dwells and festers, and over time, you remember those dates. You remember a birthday that never was. You remember a sin you committed and a child that never was because you wanted to hide that sin. There is healing for all of this. There is healing, but you have to admit it is what it is. You have to admit that you had taken the life of your child out of hiding and sin and covering up your embarrassment of things that you did, and your shame and guilt, and all it did was add to it. And you can't even talk about it. You can't even talk about the word abortion to this day because it was traumatic and you know what you did. So if we want to be pro-choice, let's make the choices when we lay down with somebody. Let's give time to know somebody, and if they would in fact be a good father or mother, before we do the very thing that creates children with them. Let's make better choices to begin with. So the choice isn't taking the life of somebody innocent that had nothing to do with our bad judgment in picking a partner to have sex with. You can hide your shame and you can hide your sin from everyone. You took the life of that baby and you can hide it and walk the rest of your life thinking that nobody's going to ever know. But God knows, and you know. And as much as you want to deny that you were selfish in picking your picking your own denial and your own ease of life and not having to deal with the consequences of picking a bad partner, you will live with that the rest of your life. And if you are a believer, you need to know that you must ask for forgiveness and you must repent of the killing of your child. And it doesn't matter the reasons. The value of a human being has nothing to do with the circumstances of their conception. And just because you didn't like the partner that made a child with you doesn't give you the right to take a life. You're the one that made that bad choice. You're the one that made that decision. You are the 99% I'm talking to. We're not talking about the straw man arguments from the choicers and the pro aborts. We're talking about 99% of abortions are done because people made bad decisions and they covered that bad decision with another bad decision that they refuse to face. I'm here to tell you today there's healing for that, but you must admit first what you did. And that is the first step in healing. If you need any help finding that healing, reach out to me. I can direct you to somebody close to you. God bless. Take care.